Welcome to the CIA Triad, CompTIA Security Plus, exam prep on YouTube. This is SY0-701 1.2. My name is KD. Part 1, Introduction to the CIA Triad 1.2. Alright, let's be real. When you hear CIA Triad, your brain probably jumps straight to secret agents in dark sunglasses and sneaking around with classified documents. But let me stop you right there. This isn't about spies, black ops, or hacking into government databases. Nope, not at all. This is about something even more serious. Keeping your data from getting snatched up faster than your grandma's Wi-Fi password at a family reunion. The CIA Triad is the foundation of cybersecurity. But if you're here studying for Security Plus, chances are you've already encountered the struggle, the endless jargon, the thick, overpriced textbooks, and the study guides that somehow make security sound more complicated than rocket science. Here's your situation. I get it. You open a Security Plus book, and suddenly it feels like you've been thrown into an escape room full of acronyms: CIA, AIC, IDS, IPS. It's like someone just tossed alphabet soup at your face and said, "Good luck, buddy." But here's the thing. The CIA Triad is actually one of the simplest, most important concepts in cybersecurity. It's just that most resources make it way harder than it needs to be. You see, the problem isn't just the material, it's how it's taught. Most study guides either drown you in dry definitions or overcomplicate things with technical mumbo jumbo that nobody actually says in real life. And don't even get me started on those boot camps, charging thousands of dollars to teach you what I'm about to break down to you for free. Remember, YouTube is the key to your success, and that's why you're here, because you don't need another overpriced, outdated study guide. You need Security Plus, explained in a way that actually makes sense. That's exactly what Cyber Defend Lab is here to do. This isn't a lecture, it's a game plan to help you ace the exam while actually remembering what you learn. YouTube is the cheat code for passing Security Plus. You can replay the videos, you can pause when you need to, and you can rewatch this stuff until it sticks. And the best part, it's free. So stick with me, because by the end of this series, you're not just going to know what the what the CIA Triad is. You're going to own it. Let's get into it. Part 2. What is the CIA Triad? All right. So now that we've cleared up that this isn't about secret agents or government conspiracies, let's talk about what the CIA Triad actually is and why it's the foundation of cybersecurity. Think of the CIA Triad. Think of the CIA Triad like a three-legged stool. Each leg represents a security principle, a critical security principle: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. If just one leg breaks, boom, you're on the floor and your security is in shambles. But let me repeat that again since I kind of butchered the words. Each leg represents a critical security principle. One of them is confidentiality, the second one is integrity, and the third one is availability. If just one leg breaks, boom, you're on the floor and your security is in shambles. No business, no system, no IT infrastructure survives without all three of these working together. Let me put it another way. Imagine that you've got a high-tech, ultra-secure bank vault. Now, what good is that vault if the wrong people can open it? Confidentiality fails. If the money inside keeps getting counterfeited, then integrity fails. Or if the vault is locked so tight even the bank manager can't get inside, that's an availability fail. That's the CIA Triad in a nutshell. You need all three, or your security is trash. Addressing confusion. CIA versus AIC. Now, some people out there might try to be fancy and call it the AIC Triad, flipping the order to avoid confusion with the Central Intelligence Agency. And sure, AIC technically makes more sense in some ways, but let's be real. Nobody's out here trying to memorize AIC. CIA just sticks in your head better. That's why CompTIA still teaches it that way. It's like trying to rename PB and J to JBP. Just no, that doesn't work. And we all know what PB and J is, peanut butter and jelly. So imagine trying to reverse those letters to JBP. That would be jelly, butter, and peanut. So it doesn't even make any sense. So just to be absolutely clear, the CIA Triad has nothing to do with spy agencies. No trench coats, no secret meetings, no Hollywood action sequences. It's all about keeping your data safe, making sure only the right people can access it, that it hasn't been tampered with, and that it's available when needed. Once you get this concept down, you'll start seeing it everywhere in cybersecurity. It's the core of everything from securing networks to preventing cyber attacks. And trust me, you're going to need to know it inside and out for the Security Plus exam. Part 3, Confidentiality. All right, let's talk about the first pillar of the CIA Triad, confidentiality. If cybersecurity has a golden rule, this would be it. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Seriously, that's the whole point of confidentiality. Making sure that people only have access to the information they're supposed to have. Think about your Netflix account. If you've got a profile, you expect to log in and see your recommended shows, not some random anime binge from your little cousin, or worse, your dad's obsession with Hallmark Christmas movies. Confidentiality is what keeps that separation intact. Without it, everyone is seeing everything, and the next thing you know, your top picks list is full of Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures and 90 Day Fiancé. What problem must you desperately avoid? Now, let's talk about what happens when people completely ignore confidentiality. And trust me, people mess this up all the time. First, we've got the classics. Password 123. A password just using the letters QWERTY. And the legendary password let me in. That's LETMEIN. I mean, come on. That's not a password. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to have your account compromised. And don't even get me started on folks who write their passwords on sticky notes and slap them on their monitor. That's like leaving your house keys under the doormat, except worse, because hackers don't even have to leave their couch to break in. And then there's password reuse, where people use the same weak password everywhere. So, when one site gets hacked, boom, hackers have the keys to your email, your bank account, your Netflix, and probably your mom's Amazon account too. If you ever wondered how people wake up one day to find their Instagram hacked and their DMs leaked, this is why. And let's not forget about businesses. Companies lose millions because of bad confidentiality practices. One leaked database, one exposed employee login, and the next thing you know, customer information, financial data, and trade secrets are floating around on the dark web. Real world applications is the next section. So, how do we actually protect confidentiality? Simple. We use tools that cybersecurity pros swear by, and that's encryption, multi-factor authentication, that's MFA, and access controls. Encryption is like putting your data in a vault. Even if someone manages to steal it, they can't read it without the right keys. It's the difference between a locked diary and a post-it note confession. Then there's MFA, multi-factor authentication, which should be mandatory for literally everything. Using no MFA is like leaving your front door wide open and expecting burglars to knock first. It just doesn't work that way. MFA makes sure that even if someone steals your password, they still need a second factor, like a fingerprint, a security key, or a code from your phone to break in. And finally, access controls, which is basically putting people in digital lanes. Not everyone should have access to everything. You wouldn't give a marketing intern access to the company's financial records, just like you wouldn't give your little cousin permission to delete your entire Netflix watch history. Always remember, YouTube is the key to your success. If you're already thinking, wow, I really need to fix my passwords, stick around because this whole course is about keeping you secure. We've got way more to cover, including how hackers actually bypass these protections and what you can do to stop them. So, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. Part 4, Integrity. Alright, now let's talk about the I in the CIA Triad, Integrity. And no, this isn't about your moral compass or whether you hold the door open for strangers. In cybersecurity, integrity is all about making sure that data stays the way it's supposed to be. Think about it like this. You send a text to your significant other that says, I love you. But somehow, when it arrives, it says, I loan you. Now, unless you're running a personal bank, that's a big problem. That one little change completely flipped the meaning. And let's be honest, you're probably going to have some explaining to do. That's what happens when integrity fails. Information gets altered somewhere along the way, and suddenly what was supposed to be one thing turns into something completely different. What if you don't truly learn and understand this? Now, imagine that same kind of tampering, but instead of a text message, it's a bank transaction. You try to send $100 to your friend, but because of a hacker manipulating the data mid-transfer, your bank now thinks you sent $10,000. Yikes. Or worse, imagine someone messing with election results, changing votes after they've been cast. This isn't just hypothetical. It's why governments spend millions trying to secure voting systems. Data tampering isn't just an inconvenience. It can change the course of history. And let's not forget about medical records. If a hospital's system gets hacked and a patient's allergy info is changed, that could literally mean life or death. This is why integrity is such a huge deal in cybersecurity, because when data can't be trusted, everything falls apart. Real world application. So, how do we prevent integrity failures? We use tools that make sure data stays unchanged and verifiable. Specifically, we use hashing, digital signatures, and certificates. Hashing is like a fingerprint for data. You take a file, run it through a hash function, and it spits out a unique code. Change even a single character in that file, and boom, the fingerprint is completely different. It's like going from a regular handshake to a secret handshake only two people know. Then we've got digital signatures. These are like signing a document, but way more secure. A digital signature confirms two things. One, that the data hasn't been changed. And two, that it actually came from the right person. It's what makes electronic contracts legally binding. And finally, certificates. These are used in web security to confirm that the site you're visiting is legit and not some sketchy clone trying to steal your data. Ever seen that padlock icon in your browser? That's a website proving its integrity with an SSL certificate. Always remember, YouTube is the key to your success. Want to see do you want to see all of this in action? Stay tuned, because in one of our other videos, we break down hashing, with real world examples so you can see exactly how security pros verify integrity. Part 5, availability. All right, we've tackled confidentiality and integrity. Now let's talk about the A in the CIA Triad, availability. And let's be honest, this one hits home. Because if you've ever tried to stream your favorite show and Netflix was down, you know the sheer panic that sets in. Availability is all about making sure systems, services, and data are accessible when they're needed. Because what good is a secure system if no one can actually use it? Imagine having a top tier security system for your house, but every time you try to get in, the door is jammed. That's a fail. Exactly. Why is this such a profound problem? Now, let's talk about what happens when availability fails. And trust me, it gets ugly fast. First, we got DDoS attacks. This is where hackers flood a website or service with so much traffic that it crashes. That's like trying to walk into your favorite coffee shop, but 1,000 people are blocking the door just to mess with you. The site or the store is still there, but you can't get in. Then there's server failures and power outages. Let's say you're running a hospital and suddenly all critical systems go down. Electronic medical records, life support machines, communication tools, everything stops. And in that situation, every second counts. And let's not forget about financial systems. If the banking infrastructure goes down, transactions grind to a halt. People can't access their money and businesses lose millions. Ever heard of the stock market crashing because of a system glitch? Yeah, availability failures can wreck entire economies. Real world application. So, how do we make sure availability stays rock solid? Three big things: fault tolerance, redundancy, and patch management. Fault tolerance is all about having backup components ready to take over if something fails. Imagine you're baking a pizza and the oven dies. A good fault tolerance strategy means you've got an air fryer ready to go. No delay, no disaster. Redundancy takes it up a notch. It's having multiple backups in place. Think of it like this: if your internet goes down, but you've got a mobile hotspot as a backup, you're still online. Companies do the same thing: backup servers, multiple data centers, and disaster recovery plans keep things running no matter what. And then there's patch management. Software needs constant updates to fix bugs and security issues. Skipping patches is like ignoring oil changes on your car. You might be fine for a while, but eventually something's gonna break. Encouragement. See, this isn't just security plus trivia. It's real life survival skills. Yes, you can learn this stuff. Whether you're protecting a network or just making sure your Wi Fi stays strong during a gaming marathon, availability matters. And always remember, once again, YouTube is the key to your success. And we're just getting started. Keep watching here on my YouTube channel and this playlist, because we're making sure you pass this exam and actually understand this stuff in a way that sticks. Part 6, final takeaways plus. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick fire recap. Because if you remember nothing else from this video, you need to remember this: confidentiality, keep secrets safe; integrity, don't let data get changed; and availability, keep stuff online. Boom, you're already smarter. That's the CIA Triad in a nutshell, the foundation of cybersecurity. If you get this concept down, you'll start seeing it everywhere, from password management to securing entire networks. And trust me, CompTIA loves to test you on this. Final motivation. Now, let's talk about you. Security Plus is a beast of an exam, and if you're feeling overwhelmed, that's normal. But here's the thing, we're going to tame this beast together, because this isn't just about passing a test. This is about your cybersecurity future. Every minute you spend learning this stuff brings you closer to landing that cybersecurity job, getting that promotion, or just knowing how to protect yourself online. And you're not doing this alone. We, me, Cyber Defend Lab has your back. And always remember, YouTube is the key to your success. Now, do me a favor. If this video helped you even a little bit, hit that like button. It helps more people just like you find this study guide so we can all win together. Drop a comment below and tell me which part of the CIA Triad made the most sense to you, or which one still has you scratching your head. Let's get that figured out now, before the exam. And most importantly, keep going. This is just the start. Click that next video in our playlist on YouTube, because we're turning you into a cybersecurity pro, one laugh and one smile at a time. See you there in the next one. Once again, my name is KD, and this is Cyber Defend Lab. CompTIA Security Plus Prep Exam. Exam prep so that you pass the first time.